Every year, foreign employers in Vietnam face unexpected labor disputes and wonder why their internal rules are ignored by the authorities. The reason is simple: those rules were never registered. Vietnam's labor system treats internal labor rules, or ILRs, as legally enforceable only after registration with the Department of Home Affairs. Without it, disciplinary actions, dismissals, or penalties imposed by the company can be ruled invalid. In a country where documentation defines legality, not registering ILRs is one of the most common, and most dangerous, compliance mistakes for FDI companies. Under the Labor Code, every employer with 10 or more employees must issue written internal labor rules and register them with the Department of Foreign Affairs. This must be done within 10 working days from issuance. The rules must be in Vietnamese and reflect essential elements such as working hours, conduct standards, disciplinary measures, and workplace safety. Only after registration do these rules gain legal effect. Unregistered rules are treated as internal references. They have no legal standing before authorities or courts. The most serious consequence of failing to register ILRs is that any disciplinary action taken under those unregistered rules is legally void. Imagine a company dismisses an employee for theft or misconduct based on its unregistered handbook. The employee can file a complaint, and the labor authority will likely order reinstatement and compensation because the disciplinary basis was invalid. The company's intent doesn't matter, only the registration does. In legal terms, without registered ILRs, employers have no authority to discipline. It's like enforcing a rulebook that the law refuses to recognize. Labor inspectors routinely check whether companies have properly registered their ILRs. During inspections, if the company cannot present an approved copy from the Department of Home Affairs, inspectors can impose administrative fines. The penalty may range from 10 million to 20 million Vietnamese dongs, depending on company size and number of violations. Beyond the fine, inspectors can order corrective registration and follow-up checks. For foreign enterprises, this also triggers increased scrutiny on other compliance areas such as social insurance and reporting. What begins as a simple oversight can quickly escalate into a full-scope inspection. Without registered ILRs, employers cannot legally terminate employees for disciplinary reasons such as repeated violations, poor conduct, or dishonesty. Even when the facts are clear, termination under unregistered ILRs is considered unlawful. Courts and labor mediators consistently rule in favor of employees in such cases, ordering reinstatement and double back pay. In other words, by skipping ILR registration, a company gives up its legal right to dismiss employees for misconduct. For management, this is not just an HR issue, it is a control and governance failure. Employees in Vietnam are increasingly aware of their rights. When internal policies lack legal status, workers can challenge almost any disciplinary action or warning. A single complaint can trigger labor mediation, inspection, or even public reporting to the authorities. For foreign employers, such disputes can damage reputation, disrupt operations, and lead to unnecessary settlements. Registered ILRs, on the other hand, create transparency. They show employees the rules are fair, consistent, and legally approved, reducing the likelihood of disputes altogether. During mergers, acquisitions, or compliance audits, unregistered ILRs immediately appear as red flags. Investors, auditors, and regulators interpret it as poor governance or hidden labor risks. In some transactions, deals are delayed or revalued because the target company lacks basic compliance documents. Registered ILRs, conversely, show that the company respects Vietnamese law and maintains internal control. For any enterprise preparing for investment, registration is not only legal, it's strategic. Most foreign invested companies fail to register ILRs for two main reasons. First, they assume that a global employee handbook or regional HR policy suffices. But unless it's registered in Vietnam, it has no legal value. Second, some employers rely on English-only documentation, unaware that Vietnamese law requires an official Vietnamese version approved by the Department of Home Affairs. In short, global HR policies can complement ILRs but cannot replace them. The registration process is what transforms an internal document into a legal instrument recognized by Vietnamese authorities. If your company has operated without registered ILRs, the solution is straightforward but time-sensitive. Step 1. Draft or localize your labor rules in Vietnamese, ensuring all mandatory elements are included: working hours, leave, discipline, and employee conduct. Step 2. Consult employee representatives to show procedural transparency. Step 3. Submit the ILRs for registration at the Department of Home Affairs within 10 working days. Once approved, issue them internally and obtain employee acknowledgement. LTS Law assists companies at every stage, drafting bilingual ILRs, handling submission, liaising with the authorities, and providing legal training for HR teams. A Japanese manufacturing company in Dong Nai once terminated a worker for serious misconduct using its unregistered global policy. The worker complained to the local labor authority. Because the ILRs were not registered, the termination was ruled invalid. The company had to reinstate the employee and pay 4 months of salary in compensation. After that, the employer engaged LTS Law to draft and register new ILRs. The lesson was clear: prevention costs less than correction. With proper registration, similar issues are avoided entirely. At LTS Law, we specialize in building compliance frameworks for FDI companies in Vietnam. Our labor lawyers draft ILRs that meet every statutory requirement, align with global HR standards, and withstand inspection. We prepare bilingual documentation, handle registration with the Department of Home Affairs, and provide HR teams with step-by-step implementation guidance. Beyond paperwork, we ensure your ILRs function in practice, protecting management rights, improving workplace transparency, and reducing legal exposure. In Vietnam, failure to register labor rules is not a minor administrative error, it is a structural compliance gap. It removes your ability to manage employees legally and exposes your company to unnecessary risk. The fix is simple, but the impact is profound. Register your internal labor rules before an inspection, not after a violation. Contact LTS Law today to review your HR compliance, draft enforceable ILRs, and complete registration with the Department of Home Affairs. Stay compliant, stay protected, and build a workplace that operates 100% within Vietnam's legal framework.